Alright, what's up YouTube counter punch boxing? Okay, look, give me 10 seconds real quick. Let me give you guys like a channel update. Tell you what's going on. Okay. So look, I have like 8 or 9 phones, 2 tablets, a laptop, and a computer. I do all these videos on. I have 3 or 4 microphones. They all sound different on different devices. And now my phone that I'm on right now, I downloaded some Google crap and it deleted my built-in photo editor. So now I can't even do like simple editing. So I've got to do a factory reset on my phone in order to make videos like I could before. So I'm gonna do just a reset and get it back like it was. But then I was like, forget all that. I'm gonna just go buy a whole new setup next week. So look, probably in about a week or so, we're gonna have just a whole new look on the channel because I'm tired of it. It's like I've got all these, and I'll my next video I'll show you all my devices. I'll line them up on the table. I have 9 phones, like literally 9 phones, iPhones. The Samsung, the LG3. I have LG3. The Samsung, what is it? 5, 6, and 7. The iPhone 4, 5, and the 6. I mean, I've got just tons of shit, right? Too much. So that's why you see different looks on the channel all the time. But we'll get it worked out next week. Like I said, I'm gonna buy 1 unit, and we're gonna just use that for the channel. And I have a very nice blue microphone too, the brand Blue, and we'll be using that, so it'll be good sound quality and all that good stuff. So anyway, let's get into it. All right, look, Joe Saunders and David Lemieux. Now, I was going to make a video about it about a week ago, so I have older notes in front of me that I want to go over. I like to write down a few important things just to make sure I don't leave anything out. And then I have some updated notes. So as we're going through it, some of the info might be old, but then we'll get to the current. But right now, the WBO orders the Joe Saunders Lemieux fight, and look, I'm excited about it because basically, I want Lemieux to beat the brakes off Joe Saunders. This dude, man, he needs to be shut up, put in his place, humbled, whatever you call it. All that, Gennady Golovkin, Borat. Remember he had the T-shirt talking about Golovkin and the Borat, and showed up at the Canelo Golovkin press conference, running his mouth and all that. So, I really want to see David Lemieux, humble. Let's call it humble Joe Saunders, right? Right now, according to Eric Gomez, they're looking to get it done on HBO. They think HBO will support the fight because it's a title fight, #1 for the WBO, obviously, so why wouldn't they? So I think we're going to see it on HBO. And in my later or earlier notes, they were talking about, is it going to be in the UK or Canada? Well, now apparently it could change, but apparently it's going to be in Canada at the Bell Center, I believe, at the Bell Center. So, but like I said, we'll see. And Joe Saunders. Oh, real quick, another thing. By the way, sending out tweets like this, David Lemieux, look out, he's talking about how there's bad blood between these two guys, and he really wants to win. And we'll get into it. We'll go back to the Gennady Golovkin fight, and he looked great against Curtis Stevens in the Marcus Reyes fight. That was just a bloody bloodbath, and that was a good fight. But the criticism was, he was supposed to make an example out of Marcus Reyes, remember, and he couldn't get him out of there, right? I mean, and you got to give a ton, and I mean a ton of props to Marcus Reyes because, man, he hung in there like a warrior, like a true warrior, and we haven't heard, well, where's he at now? I don't know. I think he took a lot of punishment in that fight, but look, that shows you what David Lemieux is capable of doing. He's a hard hitter, okay? And, you got to remember, if he wins, if he gets that WBO, then that could potentially set up a Gennady Golovkin rematch, okay? Bam. Also, remember I told you guys my right eye has been swollen shut. Well, it's kind of opening back up now. I did some sparring about a week ago, and I got caught in the eye. Really took a big shot in the eye there, and it was swollen shut for about a week. So all my videos I've been doing lately, I've been doing them with one eye and on all these crazy devices that I can't figure out, what sounds good, what doesn't sound good, what looks good, what doesn't look good. So I'm trying. I really am. I'm trying to keep you guys up to date. But like I said, I'm gonna throw all of it and just burn every bit of it and completely start over with with some new equipment, right? But uh, but yeah, look, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. You know what? Let me flip over real quick because I don't have pictures right now because, like I said, because I can't even edit a damn picture. So, look, we'll go to my Facebook group. Let me move that down here, and you guys can check this out while I talk. I just posted that. I put this will be a signature fight for Loma. He will make a statement and stop Rigo. What do you think? Bam! I just put that up. People get pissed, but whatever. It's what I think. Here's my pictures I put up, but we'll leave it here for a second and then get back to the video. But okay, now remember, okay, let's get with Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders, he looked good against Willie Monroe Jr., but it all depends on his conditioning, right? It's like you never really know what you're going to get out of Billy Joe Saunders. I mean, because is he going to take it serious or not? You don't know. That's the problem with Billy Joe Saunders. So, I think if he's in shape, and remember we talked about it, boxing is a cardio first sport, right? I mean, leading up to the Gennady Golovkin Canelo fight, I told you guys, everything is about cardio. So, it depends. Cardio, conditioning, whatever you want to call it. So, we don't know what Billy Joe Saunders we're going to get. And I think he'll take it serious because he knows. I mean, he's got to defend that WBO, and his whole future is resting in that belt. Okay, I mean, his whole future. So, I think he'll take it serious, is what I'm trying to say. So that's my whole point. Here, I'm reading this stuff as I go here. I mean, look, you guys need to come over to the group, Counterpunch Boxing. Check it out. We got a lot of good, stuff over there. Here's Joe Calzaghe right there. See, I'm getting distracted. Here, let me put it on a picture. So, but anyway, yes, I think if he comes in, his conditioning is good, all that, it's going to be a good fight. But I do think David Lemieux has the ability to beat Billy Joe Saunders as well. And like I said, that Marcus Reyes fight, that was a bloodbath. But, people criticize him. He couldn't get him in there like he did Curtis Stevens. And that Curtis Stevens knockout, that's probably like knockout of the year, right? It's just crazy when you watch that fight and you go back and compare it to the Gennady Golovkin David Lemieux fight. It is night and day. It didn't look anything like it. So it's just like, to me that tells you something about Gennady Golovkin. But ultimately, every road leads to him as of now. I mean, let's say Canelo doesn't take the rematch, right? Let's say Canelo says, no rematch, because it is up to him. Because Gennady Golovkin, he has no rematch clause at all. And I told you guys, like that's terrible business on K2 Promotions, Tom Lauber, terrible business. And now all the control, all the power is held within the Canelo camp, the Canelo team, Golden Boy Promotion, Eric Gomez and Oscar De La Hoya. So, they should have negotiated that rematch clause. That way, Gennady Golovkin could have enforced it and said, no, we're getting back in there in December, not May, no Cinco de Mayo Day bullshit. December. That's what should have happened. Okay, but yeah, like I said, he looked good. Now I think he's had only 4 fights. David Lemieux, 4 fights since the Gennady Golovkin fight. In October 2015, right? Right here. Here's some Billy Joe Saunders news for you. But yeah, 4 fights. What was it? Glenn Tapia. Damn, who was it? Glenn Tapia, Akavov, no. Wait a minute. That was Billy Joe Saunders won a unanimous decision over Willie Monroe Jr. Then he fought, or before that, Akavov, then Andy Lee, and then Bloyer, whatever his name was, and that was since the Chris Eubanks victory. Which I give Billy Joe Saunders a ton of credit for beating Chris Eubanks, because I like to see people get beat that I don't like, and in this situation, I want to see Billy Joe Saunders get beat. But yeah, but like I said, David Lemieux only like 4 fights since Gennady Golovkin, and 2 of them he looked really good in, and the other 2. I wasn't really impressed with them. So, Yeah, Glenn Tapia. I'm trying to remember who in the hell David Lemieux fought. Oh, it was Rios and Glenn Tapia. That's right. So yeah, David Lemieux fought Glenn Tapia, Rios, and then Curtis Stevens, and then Marcus Reyes. There we go. Bam. See, I told you I get it. You know, I mean, it's like I got to look. I got a lot of stuff to keep up with, but like I said, the fight's going to be at the Bell Center as of now, Canada. You know, so I'm excited for it. And you know, look, I'm really rooting for David Lemieux. I want David Lemieux to win. And you know, and he's been chasing that rematch. I mean, that's why he made a statement against Curtis Stevens, because he's chasing that Gennady Golovkin rematch. So look, we could see the Canelo fight. Maybe it doesn't happen, right? And maybe we get, you know, hey, maybe we get a David Lemieux and a Gennady Golovkin rematch for the undisputed middleweight championship of the world. I mean, look, that's a possibility. Anything can happen. Just look, anything can happen. You know, I'm not so sure we're going to get a Canelo Golovkin rematch. I'm just, you know, like I said, there's no real you know, legal obligation on Canelo whatsoever. He can just say, hey, you know, I think I won the fight, and you know, I don't need to prove. I don't have shit to prove. I think I won. You know, I'm gonna go, you know, fight David Lemieux or whoever it may be. So, but you know, he can't duck Gennady Golovkin forever. If he's going to stay in the middleweight division, he cannot duck him forever. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. You know, my pre-prediction would probably be a Billy Joe Saunders by decision. If his, you know, conditioning is right, he's looking good. But my hope would be that David Lemieux can beat Billy Joe Saunders, set up a Gennady Golovkin rematch, or you know, who knows, whatever may happen. So anyway, guys, leave your comment below. What do you think?